Takže, úkol splněn, získal jsem meč, teďka potřebuju se napít. Protože nás čeká taková důležitá sekvence, na kterou musím být připravený. Jdeme na to, zdráme. Všude jsou kumáni, maďarští nájezdníci. A jdou po mně. Takže. Ne, xkem. Jo, a je to dopředu shift sval, dopředu 2 shifty, velká rychlost. Jedem.
Ja.
Don't touch me, or I'll kill you!
Tak jedeme, cválej, sprintuj, musíš utíct na Talmberg, varovat ostatní. Hra uložená. Pojď teda, ukáž, to umíš. To zvládneš. Zdrháme. Krvácíme, zdrháme a krvácíme. Jdou po nás, jedou za náma, nebudeme se ani otáčet, to nemá cenu.
Left. Hamburg is to the left, along the stream. Yeah. Flee to Talmberg.
Jeď, Indro, jeď.
Yeah.
Neotáčej se a jeď. Jdou po nás. Jsme zdrhnat.
Run for it.
Koč! A jedem. Já vím, že už nemůžeš. Jo, rychle. A rychle. Rychle. Musíš, koníčku, vydrž to. Všem kousek.
Warn the others. They've tore Scarlet.
Jo, oni jsou takhle za mnou, jo? Jedem. Au, a dostal jsem další ránu. Silně krvácím, mám hlad. Talmberg je na dohled. Vydrž to, koníčku, už tam skoro budem.
Quickly, everyone! Get your asses here!
Hey! Close!
Tohle je vždycky u nervy. Vždycky.
Someone give him a drink. And bring hot wine and bandages. Tell me, boy, who are you and where are you from? What in hell's name happened?
I've come from Skalitz. They burned it to the ground. Slaughtered everyone.
Who? Who burned it to the
A
ground?
huge army. They attacked without warning. And they weren't Czechs or Germans either.
Who then?
I don't know. I've never seen armor like it or heard their language. Maybe Tartars?
Tartars, you say?
Yeah.
Well, we'll deal with that later. First, let's have a look at that leg of yours. Grit your teeth, boy. I'm gonna pull that arrow out. Easy. All done. You were lucky, lad. The arrow missed the bone. It only needed bandaging, and I've done that often enough before. War is a good teacher. Can you stand? There you go. Good as new.
Thank you.
If you idlers nothing better to do, get back to work. You'll have to speak to Lord Divish. Can you manage? Sir, this is a survivor from...
I heard, Robard. Tell me, boy, what exactly happened? Did you see the ensigns of the attackers? And were there any more survivors?
So, I don't know what army it was, but it was huge. There were dozens of banners flying on the hill above Skalitz. The ones who did the slaughtering spoke a strange language. They burned Skalitz to the ground, but a lot of people took refuge in the castle. I wasn't quick enough. And as I fled, they shouted from the battlements that I should come and warn you.
The soldiers the boy didn't recognize. They could be those Cumans of Sigismund's. It said they came to Hungary from the east, and now they're the core of his army. Sacking Kuttenberg must have given him a taste for stolen silver.
Skalitz is a small castle, sir. If Sigismund attacks, they can't hold.
Indeed, Sir Robard. And our small garrison would be no help, even if we could risk sending them.
You think we're next in line?
Maybe. What's your name, boy?
I'm Henry, son of the Skalitz blacksmith.
I know him. Did he make it inside the castle? I'm sorry. It's in God's hands now. No one else can help us. Anyway, thank you for risking your neck to warn us. Robard, take care of Henry. Make sure he gets something to eat and some rest.
Yes, sir.
And get all the people inside the gates. We have to prepare for the worst. Make all the necessary arrangements.
As you command, sir.
Unusy s božkem. To je pán Diviš. Tady je pěkná vesničanka. A tady je pan Bořek.
You've done well, lad. I'm sorry for your loss. You must be all done in. Why don't you go to the kitchen and have a good meal? Sorrow is easier to bear on a full stomach. I heard about your father. They say he was a swordsmith.
You
who-
fled from Skalitz. How did you manage that?
Jsme výřeční, charismatičtí.
It was a fine sunny day until Sigismund came with his army. I saw him sitting there with his red beard and proud posture as he gave the signal to attack.
Oh, no.
I ran to the castle for shelter with the others. Behind me I could hear the shouts of the attackers and the screams of the wounded. Then I turned and saw father trying to save mother. They were both killed. The gate was closed by then. The men on the battlements were calling to me to run and warn you here. And with God's help I made it.
My God, that's horrible. You were lucky to survive. And our thanks for warning us. I'll pray that you see better times.
Díky. Teď moc hodná. Děkuji. Není tady někde to, že bych se opláchl. Třeba tady. Když tady jdeme jíst, tak tam nejdeme jako čuňata.
Ah, milady. You're fortunate our good lady Stephanie of Talmberg has graced us with her presence.
My lady, I'm honoured.
So this is our brave young man. Welcome, lad. Bozhena here will take care of you. No doubt you're tired and hungry.
Indeed. How could he not be, poor soul, after everything he's been through? He must be as hungry as a bear, aren't you, young master? Here you are, then. Eat your fill.
And a little wine to wash it down.
Thank you, my lady.
When you're done, you can go and rest with the grooms in the House Bailey.
No, that won't do, Sir Robard. After all he's been through, he deserves a proper bed. Let him sleep in a lodge in the courtyard.
Certainly, milady. Young Henry here is overwhelmed by your generosity.
Yes, thank you, my lady. May God reward you for your kindness.
Eat up now. You're in capable hands, so I'll leave you to it. Good night.
Díky Štěpánka.
Good night, man.
When you've done, you can sleep in the bedchamber of the courtyard lodge. And don't forget to take off those filthy boots before getting into bed.
Must.
Tak, sníme tady čočkou kaši, nějakou kačenku, nějakou houstičku, nějaký sejra, jablíčko na zajezení, vitamíny. Co to víno? Kde je to víno? Víno není. Tak, tady si sednem. A všechno to v klidu sníme. Nasycenost 9. Kačenku. 42 sýr. 62, 72, 74. To ještě není dost.
I hear you came from Skalitz today. It must have been terrible there. How did
Ještě
it
byste
happen?
měli něco zobnout. No takhle ještě jednu kačenku. Nebo to je husa? Takhle. A ještě takhle housku a jeden sejra. Co? Aby nám směli na potom. Tak, teď tohle si dáme už takhle moje stoje. Nasycenost 100. Výborně, to je přesně akorát, co potřebujeme. A jsme hrozný utahání. Takže si půjdeme zdvihnout do domečku na nádvoří. Zavřeli se nám oči, tak mu odpadneme. Nazdar hoši. Sednout. Tvá postel. A co sundat boty? Inventář. Boty sundám takhle. No. Takhle. Yes! A spát. A my chceme se vyspat. Tak jo. A při spánku teda si můžete nastavit, jak dlouho spíte. Jo. A tady dole se vám ukazují změny vlastně těch vlastností, které máte momentálně. Teď jsme nasyceni na 100%, po jedné hodině 97 a odpočatost jenom 16. Zdraví zůstává z toho, že my se chceme dostat na odpočatost 100. Bohužel můžeme spát maximálně 12 hodin. To znamená, že máme 12 hodin. A něco se děje.
Today the patrols will be doubled. Keep your eyes peeled. If you see anything out of the ordinary, report it immediately. Understood? Yes, sir.
Tak ale Jindřichu, proč nespíš? Já vím, no.
Yes?
It is I, Henry.
Ale to je Štěpánka.
Forgive the intrusion. I didn't wake you, boy, did I?
My lady. No, not at all. But what brings you here at this hour?
I thought you could do with a little wine.
No to je od vás krásný,
It's just what you
má
need to
paní,
help you sleep.
mladá paní Divíšová.
My lady. Thank you. You really shouldn't. You could have sent a servant.
I was going to. But to tell you the truth, I couldn't sleep either. I thought of you while saying my prayers. How awful it must have been for you. I came to offer you solace, to let you know you're not alone.
Thank you. Thank you kindly.
You're welcome. Now, Henry, I know this is all very new and strange for you. But I want you to feel at home here. You're not to worry about anything except getting better. God knows you've been through a terrible ordeal. I know what it is to be left alone in the world, although your loss is much greater. But with God's help, the pain will ease in time. And it can help to talk about it, if you feel like it.
To je od paní Štěpánky hezké. Jsme výřeční a charismatičtí.
You might be right, my lady. I'll tell you what happened. It was terrible and unexpected. The day started just like any other. Father sent me into town on some errands.
Takže šel jsem vymáhat dluh.
A fellow by the name of Kunesh owed money to father, who sent me to collect it from him. Only Kunesh had no intention of paying. It got a bit heated, as often happens when there's money involved, but Kunesh still wouldn't cough up the coin. Father was too generous for his own good, letting even a scoundrel like that buy on credit.
Oh.
When I'd done all the errands, I headed back home. I promised father I'd help him with his work, and I was looking forward to it. He was forging a sword for Sir Radzik. The sword was taking shape when Sir Radzik himself came to have a look at it. He praised father's work and said that with his smithing skills, he could easily make a living in Prague or Vienna.
You don't say.
But Sigismund's horde was already on the horizon, ready to attack the town. A horde of soldiers was
Už
amassed.
vidíme její status,
Pennants
už
flapped
vidíme
in
její
the wind.
vlastnosti.
The armor glinted in the sunlight and the horses whinnied impatiently. They were waiting for Sigismund to give the command to attack.
How awful.
and then death descended on Skalitz.
Jo, vidíte, už vidíme, jaký má vlastnosti štěpánka. To znamená, že bychom jí tohle a tohle funguje, tohle nefunguje.
I looked towards the tavern and saw a group of humans chasing down my Bianca, murdering her for sport. There was nothing I could do to help her.
You mustn't blame yourself. She's with the Lord now.
I ran to the castle like our neighbours to take cover, but I didn't make it. I had to find another way to save myself. The men on the battlements called down to me to flee to Talmberg and warn you. I was lucky I knew a concealed path around the castle. I needed a horse to get to the safety of Talmberg and to warn you all.
And with all that was happening, you thought of others like a good Christian.
Then I heard a scream. It was Teresa, the mill wench. She'd been caught by a gang of human savages who
A
planned
jo,
to
tak to
violate
byla
her.
ta holčina, co tam řvala u té cesty, já jsem ani neviděl, odkud to přichází. Nebudu lhát.
I wanted to help her. God knows I wanted to. Even though I had the sword we made for Sir Radzig, they had me outnumbered and they were well armed too. I only just managed to grab one of their
Jo, teda
horses and
upřímně
ride
vůbec
off.
nenapadla, to jsem to hrál už několikrát.
Couldn't
Já
help
jsem
her any
prostě
more than
chtěl
I could have
trhat.
helped my parents.
It wasn't your fault.
I'll never forget the horror. It will haunt me for the rest of my life.
It's terrible. How could something like that happen?
God alone knows why he lets such things happen.
You poor boy. I understand your grief, but God is not to blame for the ills of this world. That is the work of Satan and those who do his bidding. Those who are corrupted by greed, envy, and pride. You must not lose faith, whatever life brings. Fate has not been merciful to me, and my husband either. Although in comparison to the horrors you went through. I was young when I married my husband. It was my father's wish. Divish was a lot older than I, but a woman must bear her lot. Shortly after our marriage, before I even got a look at Talmberg, the castle was stormed and my husband was imprisoned.
Really?
My husband had some quarrel with Sir Havel Medek of Valdek, who decided to resolve it by force. He stormed the castle, burned down the village of Pribyslavitz, and killed many of our men, even the old chamberlain. He imprisoned my husband in the castle and put his own garrison there.
That's awful.
I was barely 18 years old, and all of a sudden, I was left alone with Sir Robert. We didn't know what to do. We went to Prague to appeal to the king and sought help from Divish's friends, but all to no avail. We tried for years, but it seemed I was destined to be left alone and my husband to rot in jail in his own castle.
Years, you say?
7 years. That's how long it took before Havel was condemned as an enemy of the crown. And even then, he refused to surrender the castle and release my husband. In the end, I raised the money to pay a ransom. And only then, by the grace of Lord Jesus, did I finally lay eyes on my husband once more.
7 years. And was Havel punished for it?
Never. And after 7 years, my husband returned to me an infirm old man.
Sir Divish seems like a good, strong man.
Certainly, only he has many concerns. He had to rebuild Talmberg. After he was released, the king appointed him Burgrave of Prague Castle, and he was very busy. He had no time for me at all. But at least we were in the city, and there was something going on. And now, we're here.
My lady, you're still young and beautiful. Your best years are still ahead of you.
Přesně tak, Štěpánko.
Would that that were true, lad. Would it were true. But what am I doing bothering you with this? You have troubles enough of your own. I'll go and let you sleep.
Dobrou noc a zase přijď, Štěpánko.
I enjoyed our little talk, Henry. Good night, and God bless.
Good night, my lady.
Move it, people! Come on, running out of time!
Henry, wake up. You don't want to miss this.
What is it? What's happening?
Come to the battlements. One of our patrols reported a company heading here from Skalitz.
Pár hodin v posteli a noha je vyléčená. Pokulhání ani to. Vezmeme si ty boty. Zavřeme za sebou. Tak, trošku nám prší hodně. Hvězdičky nám svítí, krása. A jdeme se podívat na hradby. Tak kde je ten pan Divíš?
Listen up. If it's Sigismund and his army, prepare for the worst. But don't be daunted by their numbers. Heed my commands, and all will end well.
What's going on?
Iron Sigismund said he'd set up camp and was getting ready to storm the castle. And Sir Radzig is an experienced soldier. He'd surely hold the castle for quite some time. It doesn't make sense.
What else did the spies see?
Not much of anything. Before they could get close enough, this huge storm started. And you were right. Sigismund has a hell of a lot of soldiers, including all manner of mercenaries. An army like that costs a fortune. Well, anyway, we'll find out when they get there, won't we?
We will.
Jinak omlouvám se, jo, prostě to vytížení toho disku je naprosto neočekávaný, neočekávatelný, je to nepravidelný, jo. Takže teď třeba se to stalo, jen téka scény.
Oh! Who goes there?
Lucifer and all his minions. Who else, Robert?
Sir Ansig. What a relief.
Is his lordship there with you?
Yes, sir. He's right here.
What are you doing up so late, Divish? At your age, you need a good night's sleep.
Well, Radzik, you didn't exactly pick the best time for an outing either. In a big hurry?
It was a bit of a scramble, all right. Believe it or not, this tempest is a godsend for me and my men. As my old granddad used to say, better a sore throat than a slit throat.
I'd say your grandfather was a wise man. Your messenger told us what happened.
Messenger?
The lad you sent to warn us.
He's alive? He made it to you?
He's here with me. He only got away by the skin of his teeth, though.
God.
A brave young man. But tell me, friend, how on earth did you manage to get away?
Thank God for this tempest. When it began, Sigismund's Tatars crawled into their holes and left a storm in the castle for more clement weather. We were able to sneak out right under their noses. The Lord be praised. We wouldn't have stood a chance against them.
Would you like to spend the night in Talmber?
No, no. When Sigismund finds the castle empty tomorrow, he might come looking for us. We'd only be exposing you to danger. Without me and my men, he has no call to attack you.
Well, what will you do then?
We'll march to Ratai. It's only a short way, and there we'll have a better chance of defense and enough room for all of these people. If Sigismund should come, better bend your knee, Divish. There's no point dying in a battle that's futile.
You're right there.
Is that boy still with you?
I'm here, sir.
You have courage, lad. That I can't deny. I am sorry about what happened. Would you care to join us?
I'd like to, sir, but first I have to return to Skalitz.
Are you mad? What do you want there?
I can't leave my mother and father. I won't leave their corpses rotting in the street. I'll join you once I've taken care of them.
Don't even think of going back there, you donkey. Are you tired of living?
Sir!
Quiet! I'm sorry about your father, but getting killed as well won't help him. Divish, make sure that lad doesn't budge from Talmberg until things quieten down.
Not to worry, friend. Anyway, he's injured and needs to recover. I'll lock him up here as if he were Havel of Baldic.
I see you've grown a thick skin since your tribulation, sir. But thank you. We'll meet again when circumstances are more favorable. Farewell.
Farewell, friend, and good fortune. Give my regards to Sir Hanush.
I will. And good luck to you and your people, too. These are dark times. Move out!
Anywhere, people! Move out! Go make my day now!
Slyšel jsi to? Žádný hlouposti.
Men, tonight we'll have triple patrol. Sort out the watches between you as always. And if I catch anyone boozing, playing dice or slacking off, I'll personally break every bone in his body. I want you to keep a close eye on everything nearby. Sigismund will surely have sent spies, and likely men as well, to follow the Skalitz people, now he knows they've fled. Keep your eyes peeled, and report everything to me at once. Understood?
Jasné, tak paní Božkovo. Už zás? To dělají ty cutscény prostě, nebo titulky. Já nevím, jestli mám vypnout titulky, jestli to nebude lepší. Přestanou mluvit. A tady vidím disk na 100%. Vůbec se mi to nelíbí.
Of course I'll help. I'll have to pay you back sometime.
Jo, tak prostě 10 vteřin to vždycky budu muset
Splendid.
přetrpět.
Don't worry.
Mějte
I'll tell
trpělivost.
the men to relieve you
10-15
later.
vteřin to přetrpíme a další hodinu a půl si užijeme. Než to za 5 minut zase znova bude na 10-15 vteřin seknutý. Hlídko na hradbách, tak jdem hlídko na hradbách. Když jsem naposledy hlídkoval na hradbách, tak jsem to tady procházel. Všiml jsem si, že tady jsou truhly s vybavením a dole je i nějaké vybavení. Štít pánu Stamberka. Ten si vezmem. Je tady nějaký meč. Spolehlivá čepel.
Don't move a finger.
Ajajajajaj. Chytili nás.
You crook. I caught you right in the act. This definitely won't come cheap. You'll learn crime doesn't pay.
To je pravda, no. Co s tím uděláme? Zkusíme to ukecat?
Oh, come on, my friend.
Ajajajajajaj.
You know I'm in the service of Sir Radzig Cobbler, don't you?
What of it? The law applies to everyone.
That much? I don't have enough on me.
Well, it's a jail cell for you then.
Ne.
Ow. Come here, Lily Liver. Where could he have vanished to? He must be here somewhere. When I find him, I'll find you, you cur. You can't hide from me. Things are turning nasty around here. Wandering around like a stray sheep. Must be your first watch, eh? I don't think anything much will be happening today. You can just lean against the wall and wait till morning.
Nechtěl jsi mě před chvílí
I'll
zatknout,
show you
kámo?
what's what.
I will. Thank you.
No, já jsem tady zašívám už, teď to vidíš, no. A teďka moment, mě by zajímalo, jaký jsou tady ty stavy. Statistiky, reputace. Tamberg, 49. Tady jsme obviněni ze zločinu. Tady tohle je ta ikona. Vlastnosti, hlavní úroveň. Máme novou hlavní úroveň. Takže to jsme si, to už máme i tohle? Moment. Nemám hlavní, máme sílu. Hrobař. Nošení tělně nestojí žádnou staminu a to mě nezajímá. Vykrytí štítů je o 30% menší. Já bych si teď nic nedával, ale radši ten bod použil příště. A vzal jsem si tady třeba meska, nebo tady potom divočáka, to jsou takové věci, které bych si raději. Takže pro teď si nic nevezmeme, jediné, co si vezmeme, tak je tohle a tohle. Tady se ještě podíváme po okolí, já doufám, že nás tím nezatknou a možná nás tím zatknou na ulici, no, tak uvidíme, když tak si budeme sednout do basy. A nebo se z toho vykecáme, ne, když jsme prostě charismatický a výřečnej. Tady nemám co dělat, no tak vlastně musím pryč rychle. Já jsem se spletl, pane konstáble. Rychle. Dobrý, to je dobrý. Dobrý. Čau, kámo.
Good health to you.
Tobě taky. Buď dobrý, buď zdrav.
What do you think about the Scarlets, buddy?
First, everyone is shitting themselves that Sigismund is coming, and then it turns out like this. Praise the Lord, they got out of the seas. Scarlet's castle is well fortified, but I hear Sigismund's army is huge, and facing him is suicide.
Tím bych souhlasil.
So Radzig did the right thing. Sorry you didn't all manage.
So am I.
May God bless you.
Viděl jsi, jaký mám krásný štít a meč?
I reckon
Já
that
jsem
Sir
teďka z
Radzig
vašeho
must be a
gangu.
good man, the way he looks after his people. But you probably know him better.
Not really. My father was forging a sword for him, and when he came to have a look at it, we exchanged a few words. That's it.
Then that's a fine lord.
Dík za pokec, kámo. Dívej, mám taky takový štít. Nemám, nebudu ho vytahovat tady. I když můžu, ne? Mám štít a meč.
Hey, you!
Už to schovávám, co se děje?
Surrender!
Ano,
You'll have to answer for your lord.
ano. Co se děje?
You were seen thieving. You
To
should
není
have
možný.
thought twice about what you were doing. That will land
To
you
není
back
možný.
on.
To není možný. Zkusíme tajný úkol.
You're making a serious mistake. If only you
Ale
knew what
máme
you just got yourself into.
nový úroveň
Well and
výřečnosti.
well for you.
Heart bleeds for you.
That's too much. I don't have that much coin.
Well, it's a jail cell for you then.
Do šatlavy? Já nemůžu. Souhlasím,
Put me in jail,
dobře.
then.
Zavři mě.
Accommodation for you. Get moving. Spread your arms and legs. Let's see if you have anything else suspicious.
Odpíkávám si trest ve vězení 3 hodiny. To je dobrý. 3 hodiny za jako pokus o štít a meč. Nepovedený, no. Ale budeme chytřejší, příště na to půjdeme rozumějc. To už budeme výřeční a charismatičtí strašně. No, tak teď zase počkáme chvilku na ten disk. Sorry.
Come on,
To bylo
quick.
rychlý.
What? Why?
There's an army marching this way. If it's Sigismund, we'll need every capable man.
Ale já jsem
Alright,
kriminálník,
what
já
can
jsem
I-
nemůžu tady
where-
bojovat za
To the
vlast.
outer bailey. Quick!
Půjdu, jenom se podívám tady, jak jsme utrpěli moc reputaci. No, ani ne. A dobrý. Tak uhni, jestli mám někam jít, ale mám ty věci? Nemám, no, tak to jsem vám hodně platný, chlapci. Ale běžíme se teda podívat, rychle. Za mnou, všichni za mnou, pojďte. Divíši, dělej, pojď.
Scouts.
See how the self-appointed king wins the love and respect of his loyal subjects.
Indeed, Robard. Sigismund of Luxembourg has a rare talent for winning people over to his cause. We may be in for a surprise. I don't think he will set his heathen dogs on us today.
Greetings, Lord of Talmberg. That's the bastard who led the attack at Scarlet and killed my parents.
Idiot! He's one-eyed up like them.
I am Sir Markvart von Aulitz. Come in the name of Sigismund of Luxembourg, King of Hungary and Croatia, who has resolved to strike against those who disrupt concord in the land and to restore order in the name of his brother, King Wenceslaus IV.
Restore order by burning and pillaging the king's estates.
Greetings, Sir Markvart. The efforts of the king's brother to bring order to this chaotic land are undoubtedly noble. It seems to me, though, that he and his army have somewhat strayed. As Burgrave of Prague Castle, I am entirely beholden to the king, and here in Talmberg divine peace reigned until your arrival. To what then do we owe the honor of your visit?
Yesterday, His Majesty took action against the enemy of the kingdom, the Ratsig Kobila, who has been using the silver from the Skalitz mine to fund insurrection against the crown. Unfortunately, the insurgent escaped. Would you happen to know, noble sir, where he might be at this time?
As far as I know, the Sir Radzik of which you speak is the king's hetman at Skalitz. I find it hard to imagine that he would rebel against our king. Nevertheless, I can assure you that Sir Radzik is not at Talmberg. He would be a fool indeed to flee from one castle, where he has little chance of defense, to another, where he has even less. Or do you take the view that my humble manner is any obstacle to your army?
Am I to inform the king then that the Ratsig Kobila is not at Talmberg and that he has your loyalty?
Sir Radzik Kobila is not here, and I have no intentions of getting embroiled in affairs from which I have nothing to gain.
Very well, sir. As you wish. I will relay your words to the king in the hope he will be as well disposed as you seem to be.
Those who have clean consciences and goodwill may find themselves well disposed even at moments like this, when there is little cause for joy. Farewell, sir.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Tak co? Jak to dopadne? Dobře to dopadlo.
My lord, you have my utmost adoration.
Get on with you, Robart.
Tak. Teď by mě jenom zajímalo, jestli ta koule, ze kterou máme, bude mít nějaký důsledek na nás. Co se týče tady dění na hradě, takže bonusy. Propuštěný vězeň, Q. Po svém pobytu vězení jsou podvyživený a celkově oslabený. Ty vlastnosti jsou sníženy. Uměň tomu, jak dlouho si byl ve vězení. Maximálně postih síly obratnosti vitalitě či 40%. To znamená, že v tuto chvíli na začátku je to poměrně rapidní, jakoby poměrně velký důsledek. Nicméně, sežeň si koně. Proč? Pohřbí blízké. Ve Skalici promluv si s panem Božkem, sežeň si koně. Panem Božkem si promluvíme, to odchytneme tady rovnou.
Jesus Christ be praised.
Co víš
Where
o
did
Kumáne?
these humans come from anyway?
I don't know much about them, only what the Chamberlain said, that they came to Hungary from the east and settled there. They're godless barbarians and merciless fighters. The nobles used to say the Hungarian king shouldn't enlist them, because they dishonor our rules of warfare. But when there's power and money to be had, it seems that honor isn't worth my spit. And believe me, it's always about power and money.
O co Zygmundovi jde?
What happened in Kuttenberg?
Gutenberg, well, I'm just a simple soldier, but the good Lord gave me ears, and I've heard some things from Sir Divish and from those who fled from Sigismund's pillaging.
Were there many?
Indeed. But it was the Kuttenberg mercenaries who came to see me, because I knew them from before.
I see.
Listen, lad, these are all games of the high aristocracy. In Prague, a cabal of nobles rebelled against King Wenceslas, wealthy aristocrats who took against our king for reasons of their own. There's no doubt Sigismund had his fingers in the whole affair. Him and Wenceslas's cousin, Jobst. And that cabal helped him abduct the king.
So then why did Sigismund attack Kuttenberg?
Why do you think?
Kvůli penězům, tady kvůli rabováním.
So he could loot it?
Correct. King Charles, may God grant him eternal glory, built Prague into a proper royal city, while King Wenceslas took a liking to Kuttenberg. After Prague, it's the most important city in Bohemia, in the entire Holy Roman Empire. He who commands the Kuttenberg silver is king.
So Kuttenberg sided with Wenceslas because he favoured it?
Now you're starting to understand. When Sigismund imprisoned Wenceslas and took control of Prague, the people of Kuttenberg began to raise an army against him. So with the attack on Kuttenberg, Sigismund killed 2 birds with 1 stone. He defeated Wenceslas's most powerful allies before they could stand against him, and also gained immense wealth.
Proč Zikmund napadnul Skalici?
Why did Sigismund burn down Skalitz and then come here too?
That's war for you, lad. Certain lords have resolved to take things into their own hands and eliminate anyone who doesn't share their view. Unfortunately, Sir Radzig is one of those. And what's more, he was sitting on a pile of silver that could help King Wenceslas's allies.
Potřebuji se dostat do Skalice.
So Robard, I need to get to Skalitz.
What would you do there, lad? Sigismund might have left, but the place will be swamped with robber barons, brigands, deserters, and other vermin. And anyway, your lord commanded you to stay here.
Tak, co vyzkoušíme? Zkusme vyřečat.
My parents died there, and I won't leave them to be ravaged by dogs. I have to bury them.
Good God, boy. Do you want to throw your life away for those who can never get theirs back? Do you think that's what they'd want? Forget it.
Tímto ukončíme ten rozhovor. Neporadil by nám v žádném případě, protože ta hra je naskriptovaná tak, abychom tam prostě nejeli. A nebo... Já jsem o tom přesvědčen. Takže, tady se... Máme hlad? Máme, nemáme. Tady se nejme. My potřebujeme tady někde jako spočinout a... Můžeme tady spát? Lízku? Ne. Takže. Náš momentální úkol je sehnat si koně, dostat se z hradu, případně si sehnat koně a pohřbít své blízké bez Skalici.
Did you see Vášeň at the market the other day?
Oh, aye. He was looking mighty smug, not his usual crowd.
Uložíme si to. Cože to jde ukládat? Bez sejvovice. Teď mě to napadlo. Zajímavý.
God be with you.
Is there someone here who trades in goods?
Hungry, are you? You should go and see the cook. She's good-hearted, especially if you come with some coin. For anything else, you should see a fellow called Votava. Folk aren't too fond of him, because he's as surly as a wet cat. But he can get you just about anything. I saw him by the granary. You'll recognize him easy. He looks like he's never had a decent meal in his life.
That business with Sigismund turned out well in the end, didn't it?
Aye, that was a good start. Now we need to drive him and his war whores out of Bohemia for good.
Po bitvě je každý hrdina, viď?
I need to get out of here.
And I need a feather bed with a comely wench in it. but it looks like we'll both be disappointed. Sir Divish gave orders not to open the gate, and you especially are not to be let out.
Tak, čím ho okouzlíme? Tímhle ne, tímhle bychom to mohli zkusit. Ne. No, zkusíme to tímhle. Pohřbít rodiče.
My mother and father were left in Skalitz like carrion. I have to bury them. I can't leave them to the dogs.
I'm sorry, my friend, but I can't. You'll have to persuade Sir Robard or think something up so I don't end up in the shit for it. Otherwise, forget it.
What am I supposed to think up?
How should I know? Maybe some disguise so I could say I didn't recognize you? If a Talmberg soldier turns up all kitted out properly, in armor and
On mě navádí, abych ukradl zbroj a prošel přes hlavní bránu. Přece se nebudem bránit.
You here again, boy? Didn't I tell you how much trouble I'd be in if I let...
Dobrý. Děkuju.
May the Lord watch over you.
Tenhle úkol jsem nikdy neměl, mimochodem. Získej tamberskou zbroj ze strážnice nad bránou. Dobře. No, ale já nechci zase sedět. Bylo mít zámek, velmi snadné, nemám pak klíč. Ticho, Indro. Já nemám pak klíč, tak to je mě k ničemu. To mě tady zas akorát na to. Na čapaj. Ber. K čemu mě to je tady být? To mám tu kouli na noze, to mě pak rovnou popraví, ne? Nikdo mě neviděl, doufám. Dobrý den. OK. Takže úkol číslo 1. Nebrat si na sebe ty věci, které případně nějakým způsobem zestátníme. Úkol číslo 2. Musíme sehnat paklíč. Úkol číslo 3. Kam vede tohle? Dostat se z hradu za každou cenu, ale já bych to zkusil takhle. Tady, ty 3 truhly tam na nás čekají. Nejdřív se potřebuji zbavit té koule na noze. Tak to je jako každopádně. A to podle mě se dá vyřešit jenom tak, že budu spát. Nebo že přečkám čas. Což nevím, jestli jde to i normálně. No ale to je jedno, my budeme spát. Ještě by to chtělo sehnat nějakou knížku, ale... To tady asi neseženu nikde. Je tady nějaká knížka? No. Jdeme spát. Zkusíme to takhle do 100%. Kolik nám zbyde z té koule? Co se děje? Nemůžu se zdržovat, není času na zbyt? Co se děje? Tedy já můžu ukrást koně a zdrhat, jo? Vesničanka.
God be with you. Do you need anything?
Is there someone
Koníka
here?
už víme.
Try Votava. He's as thin.
Tak jo, Altava je teda u sípky, jo? Dobře. Třeba bude mít paklíč. To je sípka. A je.
Did you see them horrible foreign soldiers? And make broth from corpse.
Tak. Votava.
God be with you.
Can we trade?
If you've got the coin.
Takže, prodat. Prodáme ti všechno kradený. Všechny bylinky. A dostanu... Tak. Votavo. Přijmu. Tak. A já bych od tebe chtěl, získali jsme reputaci,
Can we trade?
fantazie.
If you've got the coin.
Máš náhodou pak klíč, Votavo. A Votava má paklíče. 10 paklíčů stojí 144. Tak, a co kdybychom si koupili třeba 3 paklíče, 4. Tak ještě 2 pryč. Nemáme na ně. Tak. Ještě jeden pryč, tak máme 3 paklíče, perfektní. Takže přijmout? Ne, smlouvat, no ne. Tak.
Let's have a word about the price.
Zase jsem smlouval místo toho, abych to přijmul. To nevadí, tak třeba ukecáme na 40.
Agree?
That's not enough.
Ne? Tak dobře, tak 41, pojď.
See now, I knew we'd come to an agreement.
Krásná práce. Takže máme 3 paklíče. Daroši, jak to jde? Hele, jdu hlídkovat na hradby, jo? Nazdar. Teď je tady. Takže jestli tady nebude žádný druhý. Je tam. Tak musíme počkat, až ho teď vypadne. To je dneska ale krásný den. Nazdar, jak to jde? Lidku, tady s tebou. Jdeš? 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 Hele, prší, nechceš se jít schovat? Jdeš se schovat. Jak se tohle dělalo? Už vím. Jo! To neumíme. To je na nás moc těžký. A teď rychle pryč. Vypadni odsad, Indro, nebo tě zase chytnu a půjdeš za katr. Tak, čau borci, jak to jde? Tak. Pojďme se převlíknout. Vynikající. Myslíte, že nás pustí? Říkal to, ne?
Good health to you.
I need to get out of here.
Then I'm afraid you're out of luck. I see. All right then. If you breathe a word about me to anyone.
Nikomu nic, slibuju. Já jdu hlídkovat. Čau, jdu hlídkovat. Super. Dostali jsme se z hradu. Tak, to je první úkol splněn. Co tam máme dál? Vrať se do Štkalice, pohřbí své známé, volitelné seženci koně. No, to bude trošku těžší a úplně nevím, jestli chci. Ale tak, když jsme výřeční, charismatičtí a ještě krademe, tak to nemusel být takový problém, že jo? Problém je ta koule na té noze. Já si myslím, že teď rozhodně nejsme schopni, jako... bude to náročný minimálně. Tak. A kudy tudy teda? My jsme tady, Talmberg. Tady je rovná, tady je ty, brďo, to je jako cesty. Já bych to vzal možná tudy, lesem. Nebudeme se vystavovat zbytečně ten... Půjdeme, já bych to vzal takhle rovně. Přes ten les tady je cesta, pěšina. Mě by zajímalo, proč se to dá ukládat, jestli já to mám jako nízkou tu obtížnost, nebo jestli to do té hry potom přidali. Nevím. Jakou já mám vlastně obtížnost? Ještě bych se mohl podívat, tohle se mi taky líbí, jak vypadá na ten břeh. Ještě bych se mohl podívat, mě napadlo... Ne. Stavení hry, co ty titulky? Nevím. Napadá mě jako nic, co by mělo způsobovat, že ten disk prostě umře. Tak. Tamhle je lom, kamenolom. A tady kvetou, co to je? Měsíček. Měsíček lékařský. Nová úroveň bylinkářství. Tak. Síla a výřečnost. Máme novou... Aha, ukažte, takže tady máme výřečnost, to je důležitý. Výřečnost 3 při rozborech s obyčejnými neurozenými lidmi. A urozený je s urozenými lidmi. No, urozených lidí je strašně málo, jestli. Když máme vydělávat peníze nějakým způsobem, pak se můžeme stát urozenými, tak je důležité mít výřečnost vyšší u neurozených. Ale potom zase zásadní rozhodnutí u těch urozených může být docela důležitý. Já bych šel tady tou cestou, protože máme být výřečný, charismatický, jsem tam něco ukrást a ještě vydělávat prachy. Takže jo, já bych chtěl tohle. Je to správně? Přirozenek s obyčejnými, je to správně. Super. Výřečnost, síla. Ne, to jsme říkali, že počkáme. Ještě něco? Ne, to je pecka. Děláme si ještě měsíček nějaký. Pak by to chtělo nějaký hříbky najít zase, aby jsme si mohli něco uvařit sem tam. Jako nemáme žádnou zbraň, jo, takže musíme si dávat bacha, jestli nás někdo přepadne, tak to je konec srandy. A radši než po cestě bych šel jako lesem, jo. Přestala hrát hudba, to nikdy nevěstí nic dobrýho. Doba je zlá, lidi jsou zlí, v zemi je válka, chudoba, hladomor. Radši se držet dál od cesty, protože na ní budou čekat lapkové. Úkol nesplněn, sežeň si koně, já si musím sehnat koně, já si nechci sehnat koně. A jo, takhle, to mě skiplo. Easy. To se mi taky nikdy nestalo, možná protože jsem šel vždycky po cestě? Ne, to není možný. Jindříšku. Když s tím neumíš zacházet, tak si něco neuděláš. No, pryč odsaď. Ať nechytneš to nějaký bacil ještě. Výborně, tak máme splněný úkol. Utíkej, když se vás nikam neutekli, přeběhli jste přes potok do lesa. Já si dám malou pauzu, tady si pro 5 sekund zpátky, to ani nepoznáte, protože toto pauzu.